Get going in just a minute. Good afternoon. My name is Jay Murray. I'm a public information officer with the Winnipeg Police Service. We have one matter to release on today, which is an investigation into a suspicious death. Inspector Sean Pike of our Major Crimes Division will speak on the matter. Also with us today is Angie Tuesday, the Winnipeg Police Service Family Support and Resource Advocate. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that there are details that may be disturbing to members of the public, particularly those directly impacted by matters involving missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, Two-Spirit, and gender diverse people. If you require immediate emotional assistance, call 1-844-413-6649, which is a national toll-free 24/7 crisis call line providing support for anyone who requires emotional assistance relating to missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. Thank you. At this time, I'll invite Inspector Pike up.
Hi, good afternoon. Yesterday at approximately 3 p.m., the Winnipeg Police Service was notified by staff at the Brady landfill site that a deceased person was located in an active area of the facility. The area was immediately closed off, and our general patrol members attended and confirmed the presence of a deceased female. Investigation by our identification and homicide units has identified the deceased as Linda Mary Beardy, 33 years old, of Winnipeg. Linda's next of kin has been notified, and this suspicious death investigation is being led by our homicide unit. With Linda's family's permission, we have also been in contact with Indigenous leadership and will continue to liaise with both family and leadership as this investigation progresses. While I'm sure you can appreciate, I cannot go into specific details of this investigation, but I can confirm at this time we have no information to suggest that there are any other victims or that this investigation is related to any previous incidents. Currently, the entire Brady landfill is on an operational pause while our identification unit continues to work at the scene. Our homicide unit has been working diligently and progressing this investigation since we became aware of this yesterday afternoon. As in the past, we are also asking for the public's assistance in this matter. If anyone feels they have any information, no matter how small, please reach out to us and give us a chance to follow up. We are very early in this investigation, and we welcome any and all tips or information that come forward. Our homicide unit can be reached at 204-986-6508. You can also call Winnipeg Crime Stoppers at 204-786-TIPS, and that's 8477. In closing, before taking questions, on behalf of the entire Winnipeg Police Service, I wish to express our sincerest condolences to Linda's family, friends, and the entire community as everyone processes this tragedy. Thank you, and I'll take some questions.
Any word on the cause of death at this point?
Again, it's a unfolding investigation, and I can't comment on that at this point. Again, that's an investigative detail that I can't talk about right now. Pardon me? We don't think very long based on the information that we've come up with so far. In fact, from what I can tell from the information that we're getting is that from the time that these remains were left at or located at the Brady landfill was probably a matter of a couple hours from what we can tell so far. Well, again, that's part of the investigation, and I can tell you our people are working on that. It's a slow process, very detail-oriented process, and it takes time. Again, right now our people are still working on the investigation. In effect, we're really working backwards as we do in a lot of investigations.
What are remains from the truck, or was it some other way that the remains were brought?
I'm sorry, what would be like a?
Whatever remains brought to go through like a garbage truck, or was it I know the ability to drop off.
Oh, I see. Our belief it's come from a garbage truck.
Was she considered a missing person before she was found?
No.
Inspector, was the unable to
Again, I can't get into specifics, but I can tell you that we wouldn't be releasing her name if we weren't confident on who she was.
Did workers at the find her?
They were the first ones to notify us. Yes. Pardon me? Again, I can't say specifically. We don't think months and months or anything like that. But as for an exact time frame, I wouldn't be able to say.
Was she a mother?
I'm not sure at this point.
Do you know when she was arrested?
Again, that's investigation work that we're kind of working back. Jill, actually, I'd like to, just thinking about your question, yes, she is. I was just thinking of some information before I came down.
Did she, in the circumstances of the nature of death, was she homeless?
Again, our people are kind of working their way through the investigation, which includes background, that kind of thing. So there's nothing I can comment on that right now.
Are you considered that she lived in Winnipeg? Was it information on
My understanding is that she was in Winnipeg, yes, living in Winnipeg. I'm being told she comes from the Lake St. Martin area, but any information that I have is that she's been in Winnipeg recently for sure.
in the sense that this is someone considered active in the drugs?
No information that I have in relation to that. Yeah, well, right now it's on what we're calling an operational pause. So what's happened is our identification units are still out there, so they are working through the scene. And depending on the information and how the investigation's going, these will be conversations that the police service and the city will be having to determine best course of actions moving forward.
How long do you think the investigation will search?
I think it depends on what their brain they're dealing with. Like I said, we were very quickly, obviously, able to locate her and start from there. So that was a huge advantage for us on an investigational level. So, but as far as an exact time frame, I don't think I'd be able to tell you.
How much staffing did you put to find that this was a person?
I think it's just diligence on their part, to be quite honest. I mean, they are, if they appreciate they're dealing with a lot of trucks coming, a lot of loads being left there. And I think it's just really credit to them for being able to identify that somebody was there and to take the necessary steps including contacting us, securing the scene. So I give lots of credit to the people there.
Any places that we know that very fortunately this isn't a one-off. People are believed to get rid of landfill. Are there procedures in place for workers to be able to potentially identify someone who's found at the landfill and
Well, you're right. Unfortunately, we've been in this spot before, and I've talked to you about incidents there. As for what their procedures are, I don't know if there is or what an exact procedure could even be. But again, and not speaking for the people that work there, I mean, they've also been through this before as well, and I think they appreciate, and I think they were just probably vigilant and when they recognized what was occurring, they took the proper steps. Absolutely. I have concerns for anybody that is found in this situation. Again, in this particular incident, we're still investigating. We in the past, I mean, we knew what transpired prior to even holding press conferences is here like this today. We're still unpacking everything that's occurred. We're trying to work our way back in this investigation to find out exactly what circumstances caused her to end up where she was found yesterday afternoon.
What is the best way to solve instances like this happening?
Well, you know, I think we've made some steps, and that's a pretty broad question in the sense that I think this is us as a community coming together, police, community groups. I think if it was as simple as saying, okay, what are the police doing? How do we stop it? And it just stopped, we wouldn't have the issues that we have now. It's a complex issue. We do everything that we can, and we're working with our partners. I think the police service is well ahead of where we were 10, 15, 20 years ago in recognizing that there's more issues, but or that there's work that needs to be done by everybody. But I don't think that there's just a simple, what can we do and just stop it? Because if it was that easy to answer, we would have answered it a long time ago.
Is her death considered suspicious, largely because of the circumstances in which she was found, or is there a wider? And I realize you're not that much into the circumstances, but
No, I do. It's a suspicious death because, again, like I said, we're still unpacking things. You have to appreciate we weren't even made aware of this until 22 hours ago. So there's a lot of front end work that's going on. And so that's why we have our homicide unit investigating it, but we don't have this classified as a homicide at this point. That's correct. She's not at the scene anymore. I'm not sure, to be quite honest with you.
there's some false leading pointers essentially fire solution. It's this latest discovery.
Again, I think right now, as we talk about what we're here to talk about today, we're talking about Linda. We're talking about her family, her community. I think it's important for us right now to focus on this particular scenario, this investigation, how this is affecting her family, her friends, her community. So I think it's very important for us to kind of keep focused on this right now.
Just to clarify, did Linda know the
Again, the kind of investigation details that I wouldn't be able to give you at this time.
Just to clarify, this point,
That's correct. Yeah, everything that we are in the investigation at this stage. Any information that I have right now is not showing any linkages to anything else that has happened. Off the top of my head, I don't. I don't want to give you a wrong number here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
For the written spelling and title for Inspector Pike, you can find it on the advisory that we sent this morning, and the media release has just been issued. It should have hit your mailboxes about 10 minutes or 15 minutes ago. Yep. Thanks.